St. Paul in the first reading is looking forward to the future, looking to the future and seeing how his life is nearing the end. And he says, "Yet I consider life of no importance to me, if only I may finish my course in the ministry that I received from Jesus, to bear witness to the gospel of God's grace." And our Lord too is towards the end of his life, and he's saying that he has come to accomplish the work that you gave me to do. I glorified you on earth by accomplishing the work that you gave me to do. And he's concerned, Jesus is concerned about the apostles after he leaves, and so he prays to the Father for them, for their perseverance. So the focus there is on the end of their lives, Jesus, St. Paul, and we need to focus on the end of our life too, or the finish line, seeking to be faithful unto the end, seeking to be faithful to God, and seeking to run the race, to arrive at the finish line, always hand in hand with God, always seeing the end of our life, seeing death, preparing for death all along the way, and persevering to the end, being faithful to God on a day-to-day basis, and living a full life, living a successful life, which is a life of holiness, a life of union with God, a life that is a continual growth in closeness to God, becoming closer and closer and closer to God, and using the means that we have given to us to do that, which is the sacraments, Holy Mass, the Eucharist, confession on a regular basis, praying the Rosary on a daily basis, and striving to adhere and be close and unite ourselves to the will of God at every moment of the day. We're going to persevere to the end to the end of our life, if we persevere to the end of the day, living for God, living totally for God, and loving God, drawing closer and closer to God. This is our effort on a day-to-day basis. And it's helpful to look to the end, to the finish line, to our death, to Judgment Day. It's helpful to keep glancing at that, which helps us to refocus our life on what's the most important, to live in the wisdom of death, live in the wisdom of the eternal things, live in the wisdom of judgment. It makes us wise when we think of death, and it keeps us away from sin, makes us always think of the presence of God and what we have to answer for at the end of our life. And so, when we look at the end of the day, we should think of the end of our life and live accordingly. Live for God, totally for God, and in turning to Our Lady, who is our sustenance, who is going to be our guide, our day-to-day partner, coach, and companion throughout the day, to help us to live a successful day, to live a successful life, which is, again, a holy life, a life in service of God, doing His will as perfectly as we can.
Fructum ventris tuum,